This is going to be a starseed reading for the gray star seeds for October 2025. So you got 16. Control. If you have drawn the sigil, you are doing what you are doing for control. Your hidden motive of control is causing you pain and other people pain as well. You are most likely trying to control the inevitable or control the uncontrollable. As a result, you are feeling powerless, terrified, and out of control. You are focusing on something as if it's something that you can control and as if controlling it will prevent pain. This is especially true when you are trying to control things external to you. It is a superbly powerless position to put yourself in, to require them to do something else so that you can feel good. In this way, trying to control puts you squarely out of control. This is why it could be said that control is an illusion. Look at the situation and ask yourself, how am I trying to control this scenario? Criticism is often an attempt to gain control of others. We are only critical of something when we are afraid we will be affected by something. Criticism is a cry for help in disguise. It is a cry for help that says, I feel powerless to others, and so I can't trust myself to make myself feel good, and especially to feel emotionally safe. And so I need to correct this thing that is going to cause me pain so I don't have to feel bad. Control is impregnated with disapproval. If I'm going to control myself, I am disapproving of myself in some way and distrusting of myself in some way. If I am controlling of other people, I am disapproving of and distrusting them in some way. If you have drawn the sigil, constantly trying to assert your power, to influence or direct your own and or other people's behavior, as well as the course of events, is the problem at hand. You are controlling yourself and or controlling others in ways that do not benefit anyone. What behaviors and course of events exactly are you trying to avoid? The way that you are going about it may simply be getting you into another painful situation. Pushing against what you do not want is making it impossible to bring about what you actually do want. So you win by letting go. You got the Death card, Ace of Cups, and Knight of Cups. You're worried about which of your cups are going to be left full here. And because you have success and abundance and swiftness on top of the deck. So essentially what's happening here is cups are being swapped. You're trying to control which cups are being swapped in and out. And by controlling that, you're going to choose the wrong cups. You're going to get what you want instead of what you need, and you're supposed to be receiving what you need instead of what you think you need. Because what you think you need and what Spirit thinks you need are two entirely different things. And they know exactly what they're doing. You think you know what you're doing. And I don't mean that in a bad way, neither do they, but they know what's inside the cups. They know what is supposed to be dealt out, so to speak. Essentially, you almost win by walking into this blindfolded, you know? Because if you just put your hands in your pockets and stop touching stuff, what you need will come to you quicker than you expect it to. So starting off, we have Danu. She supports all creative pursuits and typifies the benevolent mother principle of fertility, wisdom, creativity, and abundance. However, that which creates a thing also protects it fiercely. Danu teaches us of the double-edged sword of creation and civilization. The benevolent mother that nurtures and guides with gentle wisdom on the one hand, on the other, the ferocious beast that will destroy all who threaten those she calls her children. You also have the Leopard King down here. Tested in his faith in life, through extreme trials in both life and death, the Leper King is an exemplar of faith in spite of circumstances and suffering. For his faith, he was rewarded with the role of Sword of Law, a warrior against evil and deceit. The Leper King provides a model of self-discipline and tenacity, reminding us to hold fast to our faith and core ideals even in the depths of fire. So hold on to your faith, but don't hold on to like control and manipulation of others. The situation is being worked out in spirit world, essentially. They're kind of moving the puzzle pieces around right now. And when you cling on to things, it kind of makes it difficult. You ever like try to pull like sand or dirt or rocks out of like a little toddler's hand because like they're playing and they just like you're trying to like put it in their mouth and like you're trying to like protect them essentially. Well, they're trying to pull the dirt, rocks, and sand out of your hand right now, and you gotta let it go. The matriarch lived a righteous life, free from sins that would weigh her heart when she came before the scales of Anubis, save one, the memory of which was lost to her. In their hubris, she and her king denied the gods of Duat the worship and fealty that was their right, incurring their wrath even until death. Given this, she was cast into the desert, where she established the homestead, a refuge for other wanderers, exiles, and lost ones. The matriarch reminds us that while there are some mistakes from which there is no redemption, maintaining a core of self, nobility, and dedication to right behavior will nonetheless provide opportunities. Even if it's not the original plan, there is no sense in falling prey to personal disappointment. Your true value will be seen and understood by others. The fourth card that you got was Hades. Unlike the decadent, fickle gods of Olympus, Hades cares more for the people under his rule than he does for his own pleasure. He endures their sneers and abuses with equanimity, focused on his goals and his responsibilities, knowing that eventually all will come to an end in his realm. Hades reminds us to ignore petty, unworthy distractions and to focus on that which will make a real difference in the world. And focusing on this control situation you got going on isn't going to make a difference. Gotta let it go. So you got nature's healing power, evidence of spirit, be of service, and clairvoyance. Being of service to others without the control aspect, I think will help you approach situations differently, and it will help you heal that need to have control. And you'll fall into the habit of being like, you know, I'm not involved in this. Even if I am involved in this, me putting in this energy is just going to be a waste of time, you know? So you need to, like, work on how you approach situations and work on how you decide to spend your energy. And definitely look for, like, signs and synchronicities when you're going into these situations. You know, like, is spirit warning you, like, hey, there's a red flag here, or hey, definitely keep going, this is a better direction, or this isn't a good direction. Yeah. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully you have a good October.